Well, good evening, everybody. I hope you have had a good day today. I hope that I hope that you guys just had a good one today, and hope that you've had a good evening as well. I am just sitting here, kind of chilling in the weather office a little bit. Just I don't know, just kind of hanging out. I'm by myself tonight, as you can see. Cameron, Weatherman Cam is actually sick, believe it or not. He went home last night, fine. Woke up this morning and said he felt bad, felt sick to his stomach. Ironically, my wife also has the bug as well. So it's a stomach bug. I had it a few weeks ago, and it is awful. It is a terrible, terrible feeling. I know my poor wife has been extremely sick. She has thrown up all day today. And of course, Cameron said he was sick, but he wasn't as sick as her. But he's still sick though. But anyway, I'm I mean, I feel fine. I'm tired tonight, but I'm always tired about this time of day anyway. So that's nothing out of the ordinary. So, well, good evening there, Carrie. And so Cam said he's making some super mid chicken noodle soup. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. He is on here. He's just not on here. So, good evening, Judy. And what's up, Corey? And what's up, Michael? So, so what's going on in you guys' world today? What's up with y'all? I don't really have. I really don't have a lot to talk about tonight. Believe it or not, I'm just really, really tired. So Michelle says that I'm sorry, Michael. Michael says that he is not feeling well. So what's wrong with you tonight? So Cameron has the stomach bug. My wife has the stomach bug. I had the stomach bug a few weeks ago and was terrible feeling. But I'll say I'm not as sick as my wife. My wife is really sick, and Cameron's probably not as sick as I was. So, how do you make? You need to add. So, Cameron wants to know how to make the broth a little bit thicker. You need to add a little cornstarch to it. And what you do with the cornstarch is you get you a glass, and then you take maybe about a tablespoon or maybe a couple tablespoons. I mean, it depends on how big your pot is, but I would take about a tablespoon of cornstarch. Put some cold water in there, mix it up, and then dump it over in there with your noodles and boil it. As it boils, it'll thicken up. Or you can use some flour if you don't have cornstarch. So, a cold is bad to have, Michael. That's a bad thing to have. It just makes you feel miserable. The only thing that I have found that makes me feel less miserable when I have a cold is Mucinex, and not the stuff you get on the shelf, but the stuff you get behind the counter. It has to be the stuff behind the counter, and that stuff will open your head up and just makes you feel a lot better. So, um, so that's what I do when I feel when I have a bad cold. Of course, unfortunately, when you got a stomach bug, there's not a whole lot you can do. You really have to let it run its course. They say you're really supposed to just get it all out. You get throw up, it'll get it out of your stomach. If you got the other side coming out, then you need to go and just lay down. So Astapro nasal spray is good if you have a allergy. But if you've got a full blown cold or sinus infection, it's not going to be as good, as effective. Sometimes I'll use a little Afro nose spray at night to help open my head up and help me breathe some. That'll help a little bit, but you don't want to use that too much because that gets addictive. And you got to be careful, Michael, because there's COVID going around. My daughter had a combo of COVID and had a combo of COVID and the flu last week, and she was really sick. So that's going around. So you have to be careful. He said he's got a taste for Pop Tarts. Here's something funny about me with Pop Tarts. I like Pop Tarts burned, not burned to a crisp, but I like them really, really brown. And it got that way because when I was a kid, I used to get up early in the mornings on Saturdays and over the summer, and I would have to fix me something to eat um, because my mom wouldn't be getting up. So I'd be hungry and I would throw a Pop Tart in the oven or the toaster or whatnot, and I would always overcook it a little bit, and I would just eat it. So and I grew to like them that way. So I'm sorry to hear that, Janet. Judy says, "Don't stop taking medication without talking to a doctor." So John Schroeder, we might have another high wind watch for Friday. Yeah, I don't think there's a might about it. I think it's coming. It's coming. So I've got big winds in the forecast for Friday here. A hurricane, maybe even close to hurricane force. Very similar to what we saw last week. So very strong. Pop Tarts are really good. Toasty light brown. Yeah, I like them toasty light brown. Kind of toasty brown. That's why I like them. But you got to be careful because when you eat them, if they're too hot, the jelly on the inside will stick to stick to your tongue or your lip or the roof of your mouth or whatever, and it'll burn you. So, but I am exhausted tonight though, man. But I'm always tired this time of night. I come into work and I put so much into my stuff here. I don't do lazy man's weather. I don't come in and just use automated graphics. I don't show the same boring stuff every single day. There's a lot of weather people in big markets that show the same exact show. Matter of fact, if you look back into weather and if you look and you go to, let's say you go to a big market, most of the time, in most cases, if you watch every TV station's weather, it's going to all look about the same. I don't like to do that. I like to be different. So I show a lot of different type graphics and I build them all from scratch. So when you do that, I get really focused and tuned in and dialed in, and I get tired. So, Jarrett Beach, do you think that this laminate I guess that's what it meant, with the dry weather conditions and fire weather concerns could be like a historic drought for, no, I don't think so, because that was a different weather pattern during that time, Jared. I don't think this is going to be the same. But we are dry. But La Nina brings us dry weather. That's just what we get. La Nina is not our friend. La Nina brings us dry weather. It's just what it does, but it can also bring big severe weather too. So we'll see. But see, the La Ninas back then were a consistent La Nina. Hopefully we're not in that. Matter of fact, this is a weak La Nina we're in right now. And it appears as though we'll transition to more of a neutral kind of weather pattern by late spring, early summer. So that might help at least a little bit. So we'll see. But the outlook for the spring does call for above average, which you're above average now, and dry weather, which we are. Actually, we're pretty wet right now. We had a lot of rain on Saturday. So, yep, Nick, it's about time to get dressed. It's already 9:44, so I'll be getting dressed here in just a minute. So, I like I like strawberry, Michael. I like strawberry and I like cherry. Those are my two favorite kinds. Blueberry's pretty good too. But I want the kind that's got the frosted stuff. I don't want the plain ones. I want frosted. So yeah, it's because it rained so much on Saturday. So just hoping for rain for my parents in Lubbock. Well, they need it in Lubbock always, because when we get those winds like we're getting Friday, then we're in a situation where that all that wind dust from Lubbock blows over our way. So it'll be real dusty here on Friday, I'm sure. So, I really haven't talked much about Friday. I mean, I posted some stuff on my page here so you can look at it. It's a big system with a lot of wind, and it looks like our humidity levels will be down to about 6-7%, maybe even 5% in some areas here, which is very, very low. And if you do get a fire, it could just go quickly. No severe weather here, though. There might be some severe weather, especially Saturday. Could be some severe weather over in the Alabama, Mississippi area. So only 0.22 inches of rain has fallen since mid-November. Oh, and Lubbock, oh, yeah, that's bad. They need it for sure. So where is Colbert at, Eric? Because I don't have any severe weather in my forecast anywhere, in the vicinity here. There might be some strong storms, maybe some severe weather on Wednesday. Well, I guess tomorrow afternoon, but east, kind of over there in southeast Oklahoma. So I'm not sure. Where is Colbert? I'm gonna look find Colbert. I thought I knew where it was at, but I don't guess I do. You're close, Cole. You may get some severe weather over there. You may get some air kind of over in your area, mostly east of you, but you could get a little bit. So what about Dallas tomorrow? I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow afternoon in Dallas. I do not have thunderstorms in the forecast for Dallas. I have not looked at the evening weather data over there, but I will real fast. So give me a second. I'm about to have to go get dressed, y'all. So, it's that time of night. Just give me a second. I'm looking quickly at the Dallas area. Looks like there might be a brief shower there late tomorrow afternoon, but looks like to me the best threat for severe weather with this system is going to be over there in like the Arklatex, like Texarkana, north of Shreveport, southern Arkansas, maybe. But it doesn't look like a lot. This is not a big system here. Could be pretty windy over us tomorrow, though. Could be a little cloud cover around in the morning. But this isn't as windy. Going to be as windy as the system that we have impacting us on Friday. So, yeah, it's going to be some strong winds for sure. Just like last week, Janet. No, not much different. About like it was last week. So, about the same. We had some 70+ mile per hour winds then, and about the same. The barometric pressure may be a little bit lower, or it'll be about the same. Very, very similar. So, you're welcome, Jarrett. You're welcome. I just, my whole thing remains. I just try to, give you guys the good weather information. Just got so much bad information out there on social media these days, and every little system that comes by is a tornado outbreak or whatnot. It's the end of the world, and I just can't stand that, guys. Because that's not the way weather is. Hey, before I go though, I do want to say this though. It took me a while to get here, but I've seen some good growth on my Facebook page as of late. And I have now turned, in the last 2 weeks, I went from 39,000 followers to 41,000 followers. Now, actually over 41,000 followers. Of course, we got an influx of people from the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex area. And I'm glad that we have those guys, because I do follow the weather there too. You've got some great meteorologists down there as well, but it's never bad to have another source to get some good weather information. So, Jordan wants the thunderstorm Shreveport Friday. It's a close call, maybe some. It looks like a lot of that on Friday will be north, and it looks like you're going to miss out on the big stuff this go round. Or maybe a few thunderstorms over that way. Most of it looks just north of you, but it'll be close. You could get some in Shreveport, maybe. I'd actually think the bigger severe weather threat comes on Saturday across Alabama. So, all right. Well, I got to go, guys. Y'all have a good night. Cameron, get the feeling better. Katie, a little breezy tomorrow, windy most of the day Friday into the Friday evening, and then by Friday night, late and Saturday, it'll be over. So, thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. All right. Well, I got to go. Got to get dressed, y'all. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow right here.